Welcome to RidgeLife. Well, the sun's finally out, the rain has stopped for a day, and it's time for us to get our Duke No. 2 coyote and fox traps out. We've had so many predators out here on the ridge that these are really going to help us out. You've seen our dog-proof traps out there, and the dog-proof traps are getting knocked over and messed with almost every day. So we're taking care of the possums and the raccoons, but now it's time for the fox and the coyote. Let's get to it. All right, we're at our first set area. This is our dog-proof trap. We've had out here for a while, taken many a possum and raccoon here, but almost every day I come out here, this thing's knocked over. And the trail cam video shows fox and coyote and dogs messing with this thing daily. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a coyote trap right here, over here next to this tree. So just behind it, you see all the brush and stuff. So any animal that comes up is going to have to come from the front, and I'll show you how we set that trap up here in a second. But before that, I'll remind everyone to wear gloves. Now, these are nitrile work gloves, and they're going to keep the human scent off the traps and the materials outside. I never want to touch my traps with my bare hands. I'm also wearing rubber boots, so I want to leave as little scent out here as possible. Raccoons and possums really don't care too much about it, but you'll see coyote on the videos. They'll come up to this trap and they'll run around. The fox and the dogs don't quite do that, but the coyote are very weary. We've got all the necessary materials and tools we're going to need to set this trap. And now you can see there's the area right here next to this bush and that tree. I'm going to have the lure up in there in a hole. Okay, so the coyote or fox have to come up in this little area here, and he's going to have to step on our trap to get to that lure. The materials we're going to need to set up our traps today are all of our different lures. There's some for coyote, fox, raccoon. I got a bunch of different assortment. We've got a pan cover. We've got a sifter to sift the dirt over the pan cover. We've got a quick link, which is going to attach the trap to the anchor. We have our Duke No. 2 offset trap, our Fang anchor. We have our multi-tool. We have our stake driver, and of course the sledgehammer. For all these materials here, we have links in the description as well. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clear an area. You can see all this old vegetation here. Now we'll put it all back to make it look just like we started. Our anchor is going to drive in the ground, and then I want the trap swivel to be right at ground level, and I want it to be a distance where they can't get around anything. So the bait's going to be up in this hole here, the trap's going to be right there. So we're going to drive our, and you can see the swivel is not going to allow it to get inside any of the tree or the bush next to it. So I'm going to drive this right there. So I set my Fang up on my Fang tool, get it right there, and I'm going to use a sledgehammer. You could use your multi, but the sledgehammer does such a better job. All right, there's a root right there. I got to move it over. All right, you want to stop? You want to stop? Pull that out, and you want to stop right with that loop just out of the ground. We have our anchor drove into the ground. The loop is hanging out. We put the D-ring on it, the quick link. Slide the swivel on. Tighten the clasp on the D-link. Tight. And now we've got a swiveling trap. First thing I'm going to do is measure out with this taut. I'm going to dig a hole right where the trap would be. Also going to place for the chain to bury. Okay. Once I get that, we're going to want this to be as round as the trap and just below the surface. Cover that up. That. I want to seat that bed really good. y'all can see that, I'm pounding that flat. Then I want to set my trap, come over here, step on my trap, open it. Once we have the trap leveled out, set, I want to get all the dirt put in all around the trap. So just the trap mechanism is exposed. You want to tighten that all up real tight. There we go. Looks really good. I want to make sure everything's clear of the trap mechanism so it can freely move back and forth. Once I'm sure it can freely move back and forth and everything is tight, okay, I'm going to put my pan cover across the trap mechanism, like there. So now if someone steps on it, it will push the pan down, the lever can flip open, and the offset trap can close. Pan cover is over the trap. Trap is bedded nicely, nice and tight. Now I'm going to just put some dirt over the pan. Not too much, just enough to give a layer. Again, if this was dry, it'd be so much better. So I'm just grating it over it. And then all right, now that I got a little bit of dirt layer, I'm going to get some of this mulch layer over it. Again, I don't want anything big. I don't want anything big that's going to hinder the trap from closing. But I want to make sure the trap is not visible. That off of there. Get some more here. Now I'm going to spread that out a little bit. Make sure I can't see it. All right. Make sure that is all nice and level. All right, cover up. Now I'm going to cover up the chain and all this area here. Of course, when this dries, it's going to be almost invisible. It's going to be almost invisible. So our trap is right here. Make sure there's no sticks covering it. Nothing's going to keep it from operating. This next step is what the end of the tool is for. I'm going to drive this into the ground several inches behind the trap, get a plug out, and that's going where our lure is going to be to make them advance onto the trap. So our trap is right here, and right back here, I'm going to dig a hole, take the punch out, get that plug out. I do it kind of at an angle. That. You can see how we got a big old plug of the material out there. So now I've got a nice hole about a trap's width apart from the trap. As far as a lure, I'm going to use the 3 Meat Supreme Predator and bait. Around half of them, 3 of them, I'm going to spray 100% coyote urine. And I'm going to use the fox and coyote magnet around all 6 of them. And the long distance call lure, I'm going to use around the other 3 that I didn't put the coyote urine on. Now I've got my fox and my coyote magnet. I'm going to stick a stick down in it, get it on there, put that down in the hole. After shaking up my coyote urine, I'm going to open that up and spray that around the hole, down in the hole, around the trap, not on the trap, but just around it. that creates an area where they're going to be so attracted, they're going to come in and smell that. And right here is the trap. So all this brush keeps them from coming from this way, and they should come in, left paw will go there if they come in from here, right paw will go there if they come from here, and either one if they come in from the front. We've got our first coyote and fox trap set right up over here. Again, it's an offset trap, so it won't pinch their leg completely to where they lose their foot. It's just going to hold them till I get out here. Again, that's number 2 Duke offset trap. We've got our lure and our bait all around it, and it's set up perfectly. On this side, you see our dog-proof trap. It's going to take care of our skunk, our raccoon, and our possums. We have a trail camera set up right over there, so if either one of these traps get tripped, we'll catch it. So you can see the dog-proof trap and then the tree where our Duke offset trap is, and just across the road from it, right here, y'all can see remnants of a coyote, his scat, and look at all the hair in that scat. We are thick with coyotes up here, so we should not have any trouble catching a coyote in that set right there. Just like we saw on trap set area number 1, trap set area number 2, that dog-proof trap keeps getting knocked over and messed with by a coyote and fox. So up here in this little crevice area, we're going to put another coyote trap, which when they come up here to mess with that, they're going to smell the lure and the bait. They're going to come up here and be funneled right up into this trap set. You can have fox urine, you can have coyote urine. Fox urine, you can separate the two, works great. This one's set up, no human scent. Let's move on to number 3. I was digging, trying to get my coyote trap set, and I heard something metal when I pounded. I dug this up. It's a Royal Crown Cola, great taste sign. I don't know if this was just dumped here or if maybe this was a place for a store a long time ago. That's pretty cool. Again, this here is another natural funnel area. We got some brush up behind it. We got a real busy corridor for coyotes. So I'm going to put the bait in the side of this little mound here and put the trap right here, and they'll all be funneled right into the bait. Off to the next one. Finally got our coyote traps out and set. I'm really excited about it. I know tomorrow when we go out and check them, we're going to have a fox or we're going to have a coyote. So be sure to check back soon and we'll show you the results of our Duke number 2 coyote and fox traps. So until next time, everyone have a blessed day and Go RidgeLife.